All right, well, we should be live at least shortly here. People should be able to hear us and see us with any luck. And we're back tonight with some BX, some classic Dungeons and Dragons, as we're kicking off the first episode of the classic Castle Amber X2 module. And tonight we have with us Richard, reprising his role as.
Hello there, I am Richard, and I am playing Fig Jam, the mighty magic user of an indeterminate level, as I've forgotten what number it is.
But he is mighty indeed. That's all you need to
Indeed,
know. That's all you need to know.
indeterminate mightiness.
And Bill. Who are you playing tonight, Bill?
Hello, I am Bill. I am playing Radnor the Large. I am a 7th level magic user, and I am very large.
Indeed. Jeff, returning tonight.
Hello, I'm playing Darby of Stonehill, is a 7th level dwarf. Now a dwarven champion.
The best kind of champion, dwarven.
Yeah, dwarven.
And Jameis.
And lowering the standard of levels, I am playing Galen Rayhorn, a 6th level priest. He was an elf and a ranger and other things, and annoying.
Demi-humans rights guy. Yeah. That's the one. That's the one. Dion is still with us, but not with us tonight. So we will just assume his character is standing dumbly, looking off into the middle distance, having a Vietnam flashback, as you are never too old to have. Okay, guys. So end of last session, you got out of the Hollow Earth via some kind of startlingly fast small canoe, and you were deposited here on this lovely green hillside. It's a little chilly. Same sun that you're used to seeing seems to be coming up in the sky, a single sun. You seem to be back on a normal world where there aren't floating islands all over the place, and there are some sheep casually grazing around by you, munching at the grass, looking warily at the hunger-ridden faces that have just appeared before them. In the distance, maybe a good mile off, you see rising out of some mist that seems to cling to the lowlands as you're up a little higher, and it's kind of downslope about a mile away. Seems to be the only structure in the area that you can see looking around. There are some larger boulders rising out of the kind of green loam around you, but no other structures. It seems to be a magnificent castle of some sort.
Dibs.
Dibs.
That's my castle now. I said dibs.
Hey man, can I
Great.
crash at your castle tonight? Is that cool?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
fine.
Thanks.
You gonna put us some food for us? We're kind of hungry.
Yeah,
So-
I'll rustle something up.
Let's
No,
take
it's
stock.
Fig Jam's castle, so you should be doing food.
Now, have we like rested?
No, that's I was about
mean,
to say. Let us
slept.
take stock.
We're back
Slept,
to
but
full
we
hit
were
points,
very
but
hungry.
we're
Yeah.
very hungry. We haven't,
Yep.
we haven't re-magicked or anything.
Mm-hmm.
That
So
sucks.
you did get to sleep, meaning that your hit points are fine unless anybody got knocked to 0 or below, in which case you might have some niggling injuries continuing on. I don't think anyone did. I don't remember rolling for any of those.
Last week.
Yeah, so you're
I didn't do
rested,
much last week. No.
bruised and
No, the week
battered a bit.
before, I think.
But otherwise, you did get a good amount of rest. But you are starving. You're rather hungry, and I don't believe anybody really has anything in the way of food on them at this point.
No, it all rolled away. You
Yeah.
said. Or when-
So
And
there we go.
we have not recovered spells. Is that right?
Correct. Although you can do so now and take the time to
Okay.
do so.
I'm kind of hungry, so I'd rather get some food rather than worrying about.
I might eat my book.
It is leathered after all.
Oh, what food you got at your place?
I don't know. I haven't been there in ages. Let's go find out.
It's nice to be on the ground again.
Oh god, yes.
Okay.
Feel it between my feet and my toes. Sorry, not my. Well, I guess I can feel it between my feet as well as my toes. Hey,
Are you
So
barefoot?
last episode, you guys were a little concerned about the mist that was kind of lowly hanging everywhere. It seems mostly like it's morning, sun is coming up, and with the cool of the night and the return of the sun, it just got this kind of low hanging mist around your ankles up here. It seems to be much thicker by the castle, but then again, it is in a much lower elevation. So you guys head off. The sheep again suspiciously looking at you with their cold, staring eyes. Yes.
I use my one and only spell left and cast sleep on the sheep. Screw it. Why not? I got nothing else, so yeah.
They're highly resistant. They
No.
they just go to sleep. Yeah.
Ah, you count the number of fig jams passing you rather than the number of sheep jumping over things. Ha ha.
Right. So you just left behind a herd of sheep, just ripe for any predator that might come by. All right. So it's again, it's
I point at Galen.
yeah, it's a fairly pleasant countryside as far as you can see. That's the only structure around. It is a little nippy this morning, a little cold, but not too bad. So you kind of set off. It's downhill. It's not a particularly difficult climb. There are lots of rocks very close to the surface of this just continuing, rolling green. But the more you descend, the more of that mist starts to accumulate, become a little thick, to the point where you get to it's almost like you're walking into like almost an ocean as the mist is starting to disperse a little as the sun rises, but the mist is now kind of like chest level. It continues to rise as you go down. You can see through it well enough. It's not completely obscuring. Everything seems to be a little dimmer and softer around the edges as you see into the distance through it. And it is a little odd, the fact that how dense it remains. But you continue walking down into this bowl, in this natural kind of depression where the castle sits. I would like all of you guys to make me saves versus poison, please.
Oh, way to start the adventure.
Yeah. Success.
You need a 4 or more. Wow, you hardy dwarf, you.
Yeah. And the big bonuses of being a dwarf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I would have passed if I was a dwarf, but no.
I'm surprised. I'll check out if.
I rolled for Bill. Bill rolled a 1.
Oh.
Okay, so those of you that failed, it's nothing. You don't even notice it at first. I mean, first it's just like a little itch in your nose, and you rub your nose, and then you feel a little cough, just nothing horrible, just a little itchiness to your throat. Those of you that passed, you're fine. You don't really notice anything. As you continue down further deeper into this mist, and now it's like well above your head, although you can still see the sunlight above you, and you can see that it is burning off. You're now well within it. Those of you that failed, every few minutes that you travel, the scratchiness and itchiness in your throat and nose gets a little worse until about maybe 15 minutes into it. You're making good time. Castle is getting closer. Your lungs are burning. Those of you that failed, the coughing is worse. The hacking is worse. You got to stop and kind of bend over, hawk out a loogie, clear your throat. It still just seems like you're having like a really bad hay fever, a very bad reaction to something. It's not disconcerting other than the fact that it only seems to be affecting some of you.
I play this game to get away from the real world, though.
Nature. All right, you continue on. Those of you that are having the coughing fits, would you please now make me a Constitution check?
Ooh, that's a bit of chance.
Ooh, that's a worse chance. Oh no, it's under, isn't it? So, yeah.
Apparently.
That is slightly
According
better.
to my roll, yeah, it is under.
Oh, wow.
Great.
Nice. Good high success. And Bill was the other one.
Yeah, I'll get Bill here. So does everybody succeed? Bill succeeded. I don't see
Yes.
Jeff's. Did you get yours?
Jeff
Jeff
didn't need to.
passed. Joe's a
That's the
dwarf
saving-
and
Okay,
doesn't care
yeah,
about
he doesn't
anything
care
that
at
we
all.
care about.
All right, so you guys, it's no worse. I mean, you guys are choking and gagging a little bit, snot rolling down your nose and eyes. But I mean, it's fine. It just seems to be a bad reaction. But as you're you're even closer to the castle. You can see it's still it's covered in this mist, even though you can kind of see that it's burning off, kind of where you are now. And kind of oddly, the foyer, the steps leading up into the grand entrance of what this castle would be, the mist just kind of stops. It's like this landing that you will be set of steps that you're climbing up into, just completely free of the mist.
See? I told you this was my castle. It's just like me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And so the
really, really
castle-
unpleasant if you're far away from me, but as you get closer,
It gets
So
worse.
You're close enough now to kind of see it a bit better. So the castle has a central, very tall, octagonal section, which these steps kind of lead up to, where there are columns with a kind of like an overhang, a balcony, and two immense double doors that seem to be this vibrant ochre yellow color. One might even say amber. To the left and right of this octagon, there is kind of these rectangular walls coming out with also smaller steps leading up to single doors. But that's kind of what you're seeing. So how do you want to approach it? You don't see anyone. The castle seems to be in good repair. As you're getting closer, you're seeing that it's largely the first 20 feet or so are nice solid stonework derby, very well made. But then there's lots of like very rich dark wood, very nice stained windows. It's a very classy look. It's not meant for fortification. It looks more like a large manor than it does a castle, now that you're close enough to see it.
Jen, lead the way.
Your master has returned. Open the gates.
Okay, so do you approach the central octagonal portion?
Yeah, I am
Okay.
shouting that out as we're walking up to the main
Alright.
doors.
I'm gonna kind of move you guys over to a map here. Give me just
Oh
a
no,
second.
map. We
Yeah,
are
new
doomed.
map. Yes. Let's see if that transfers well enough. You might have to scroll around a little bit to see that.
Yeah, it's down a bit.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh my goodness, it's tiny.
Again, it's stone steps coming up to these two immense, burnt yellow doors. There's columns that are supporting an overhang, and where the overhang comes out over the porch area, the mist is gone. It makes no sense. The mist should be flowing through this area quite easily, as there's nothing really blocking the mist, and it's still well within the mist cloud itself. As soon as you hit the stairs, everybody that failed those original poison saves, you take big gasping breaths of air. It's cleaner. If you start to feel better.
See?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh well. Let's never go out there again.
Okay, so
Yep.
doesn't look abandoned. We should maybe knock at the door.
I mean, nobody said anything when I was shouting out at them, so I
No.
assume there's nobody in there. So,
Hmm.
I mean, I let the staff go, so they wouldn't be here right now. So let's go in. Yep.
Obviously, that's what's going on.
Yeah. I can't maintain castles everywhere.
Oh.
You think I'm made of servants? Is that what you food? I don't know. What do you pay people in?
Oh,
Actually, I
Bricks?
have made. I'm gonna change something here. Pardon me a second. We
reality
have,
warps around us.
yeah.
No, it's Radnor's castle.
No, I just grabbed the wrong entrance. That's all. Give me a second here. Looks exactly the same, but it's over here that you're hitting.
Ah,
All right. Yeah. So knock on the doors. Someone knocks on the doors.
Yeah, Fig Jam is warming up.
Okay.
I don't know if he's knocking.
I'm opening the doors.
Center
He's
on each
opening
of
the
the
doors.
doors is a large iron knocker, and it's immense. Like any of you would have to grab it with two hands to kind of swing it against the door. And now that you're standing in front of them, the doors are impressively high. They're cut out for someone that could be 8 to 10 feet tall.
I would say for something near Fig Jam.
I've been ill recently.
Can't reach it.
Fig Jam is lesser than he used to be, you see.
Yeah.
He's come down in the world since the castle days. All right, so who's moving one of the brass knockers, or if you just pounding at the door?
Me, if I can reach it.
You can. It's kind of like
Right.
at neck level. You reach out with both hands and slam it on the door. There's a loud, resounding echo as the door reverberates. And there's no answer to the knock, but the door itself does not appear to be locked, as the heavy knocker, as it hits the second and third time, kind of pushes the door open just a little bit. And you
The
see
doors
this
open that way.
Yes.
grand entrance,
Inwards.
a foyer area where you see there are pegs for cloaks and such. There's a muck area to clean your boots, remove your boots. There are some house slippers set up for people, for guests apparently. There's a basin and a pitcher of water where one could clean themselves up before entering proper. And at the very end of the room is a set of more normal-sized doors.
Make yourself at home.
They aren't on screen.
Yeah, I'm moving it
Twitch.
now.
Yeah.
There you go.
I won't put slippers.
Yeah.
Gonna grab a pair of slippers?
Yeah, make yourself at home. Get comfy, etc.
Yeah, I was eyeing those slippers too.
They're quite nice looking.
Are they comfortable?
Leather bottomed, wool tops. You're imagining maybe it came in from those sheep or the sheep's ancestors out front. You slip off your own boots, and do you want to clean yourself before putting your dirty, stinky feet into these clean slippers, or do you just slide them right in?
I just slide them right in.
All right, yeah, they're quite cozy.
I'm cleaning my feet.
There are
I
several
am barefoot, I think.
stone basins with pitchers of water. Oddly, the water is warm.
It is odd. I was about going to ask about it.
Yeah, nice.
Still no reaction to your being in here, but this is a very inviting foyer area, obviously made to receiving a number of guests and set up for their
Oh,
use.
this isn't my
Are there
place
any-
then.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
obviously
I
not
never
your
would have set
place.
it up for guests. Oh.
Bert, are there any chairs? Like, can I just
Yeah,
sit down and
there's
chill
stools.
out for a bit?
Yeah, there are stools that you can sit on while you clean your feet and self, and yeah, sure thing.
We are, well, I don't know about us. I'm going to, once, I'll change into slippers because, what the hell. But then I'm going to head into because I'm looking for food.
Yeah,
Okay.
kitchen.
All right, so you're going to open the next door and kind of look in?
Yep.
All right, I did not mean to move that. Oh no, I've messed things up. Okay, here we go. Reveal area.
Oh,
Okay, so there's a carpeted hallway, and at the end of it is another door here, but on carpeted, yeah, here we go. So the carpet, why don't I have, where's my selection? There it is. All right. Oh, it's still not working. Roll 20. Why have you forsaken me?
was it a bad tool?
Yeah, apparently so. All right. So there's a set of doors at the end of this carpeted hallway. And again, the carpets are this odd kind of ochre yellow. Very nice looking, though. And there's a door on the side here that is opened. It's a double set of doors opened up. And you look in, and there's a square ring set up that's got, the turnbuckles and, rope around it. It's a boxing ring. You guys would recognize it. Your characters
Jesus.
probably wouldn't. There's a number of very, very velveteen chairs set up that look very comfortable. There's one man dressed very finely in these deep yellow robes. He's got a jaunty hat on with multicolored feathers in it. He is adorned with a mustache, a great bicycle mustache, and a pointy beard, well oiled, dark black. Standing in the middle of that ring is a man with very oddly colored skin tone. Again, seeming to be that dark yellow that you're seeing predominantly everywhere. He's wearing nothing but silk trunks, and he's kind of up in a pose, like a wary fighter's pose. And as you walk in, the man stands and he claps excitedly. He's like, "Oh, guests! It's been so long." And as he does this,
going in.
yeah, that's fine. You just see this from the hallway, and he sees
Yeah.
you passing by. But as he stands, the chairs, which there are many next to him, with only him being seated there, suddenly there are red glowing eyes that just appear in each of the 5 seats that are around his central seat. And they just kind of focus on you. There are 2 more men dressed in like guards uniform with plate holding halberds, and they also have that strange yellow skin. The man speaking does not. His skin is actually quite sallow and very pale. He's like, please, are any of you gentlemen in of the sporting variety? Do you like to wager?
Food first. Fighting later.
Do I look like I'm of the sporting variety?
Oh, my friend, immense girth can sometimes hide phenomenal strength. Food, you say? Please come in. He looks to one of the guards and just kind of nods. Guard goes off to the side. There's a door behind him, actually. Guard goes off into that door behind him.
So we'll keep looking for the dining room, and I'm going to continue walking off.
You're
to
going to
these
just
doors.
continue walking off? Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
Is there any food in there? Is your guard going to get food?
Of course, and wine! Wine! One cannot have food without wine.
So, like, I'll go up to him and go, "Is there, like, some reason you're not angry that we just walked into your house?"
Oh, not at all, not at
My
all.
house.
The years have been low on entertainment. It's always good to receive guests. No, please, please. And as he says that, the guard comes back. He's bearing a tray that's got blocks of cheese and bread, a carafe of wine, apples, other fruits as well. He lays it on a table in the room.
There's food. You can come back.
Galen, so if you open that door, there's a very wide central corridor. Again, the carpet just kind of wraps around and goes off. There are many doors going in each direction from there. You should be able to see that. And I will make it... It is visible on Roll20. There we go. That's what you see when you open that door.
Okay. If everyone else is staying there, I won't split the party and come back. I'll be good.
Don't feel the need.
Yeah, I'll eat some food.
Okay.
Yes.
So Darby, you wander in, and then there's nothing surprising as you walk in. Everything looks exactly the same. The central, very well-appointed man, his 2 guards, and this figure that's standing inside the boxing ring. He says, "Oh, please, please." He points to the chairs that are not occupied by floating eyeballs, and says, "Have a seat. Wine, food."
So what's going on here?
He reaches down and he pours himself a cup of wine, sips it, and then has his guard pour for everyone else. Radnar, you ask what's going on?
Yeah.
It's like, if you care to make a sporting bet, a wager perhaps, I have trained myself a new fighter here, and he points over to the ring. If anyone is welcome to fight him unarmed, bare knuckle, I am willing to wage even odds to your potential win against my champion.
You know,
5 rounds of a melee, and if you beat my champion, I will match whatever you wish to put up.
what do you guys think?
Well, I want to eat first of all, so excuse me. Just go over and start devouring whatever's there, because we have not eaten
Right.
in.
There's
who
all
knows how
kinds
long.
of just incredibly well-baked breads. They smell just so good. Fresh fruit, wheels of cheese, chunks of different types of cheeses, and the wine that's presented to you in a goblet smells just delicious as well.
All right. Well,
Let's have a meal.
Okay. Yeah, it's all fresh. It's all very good. The
I like
cheeses
it.
are interesting. They're not of varieties that you've really encountered before. They're very rich. They seem to have been aged much longer than you're used to, and some of them don't smell the greatest, but they taste really good. Breads are soft and chewy on the inside, crusty on the outside.
so
Yep.
before
He
we
reaches
fight,
down
I
and
guess.
he picks up an apple and bites into one himself.
So I guess before we fight, I got a couple of questions. Where are we? What continent is this? Are we? Because we have no idea where we came out. So do you
Oh,
know things,
fascinating!
person?
Fascinating. Well, this is the castle of the Amber family, Chateau d'Amberville. And
Right,
where
now,
you are,
Continent,
you
yeah.
honestly have no idea where you are.
We were in a place, and then we got spat out by a magic carpet ride. You know, you've heard the story before, right?
Well, you are in the kingdom of Glantry. Anybody who has an education would know Galantry is on the same continent as your kingdom is. It's just much further to the north. Bill, make me an intelligence check. You would definitely have a good idea of where this is.
Let's do this. Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely. Galantry is the wizard kingdom to the north. It's ran by a theocracy, or I guess it would be a mageocracy. They have some pretty specific rules, though. One of them is they're not too keen on demi-humans, elves or dwarves, and clerics are right out. They do not allow worship within their realm. So you know this.
Oh, Darby and I will just pass off.
You may run into trouble here.
Well, we don't know this.
That's a low success, so you're not sure if that's a kingdom-wide thing or if it's just the city of Galantry proper and not the kingdom as a whole. So you're not absolutely sure of how much that entails or how much that edict covers. Yes, the kingdom of Galantry, one of the side small provinces, the Amber family here, which I am. He kind of he gives us a very sharp bow. I'm sorry, let me find his name here real quick. I am Jean-Louis Amber myself. Welcome to the chateau.
Thanks.
Thank you. A good cheese, yeah.
Yeah, mouthful of cheese and bread.
Yeah, I'm eating quite a bit myself. Well, not too much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I just the metagamer in me is like, no, let's just move on. But I really kind of want to fight.
You do what you want to do.
Yes, if any of you that would like to have a series of rounds with my fighter, I will match up to a specific coinage. I would much rather deal with hard coin on hand than promises in the future. You understand?
No, is this a fight to the death?
Oh no. You may surrender at any point if you wish. My fighter will do no such thing himself. But no, of course not. You can yield at any point. The longer you last, perhaps the more that you can win. He's just got this glint to his eye. He looks very excited at the opportunity to have someone test his fighter.
So do you gain more money? You said 1-to-1, whatever we put down. And then you said it was 5 rounds. And then you said you can win more the more rounds that you go on. So I'm uncertain on this betting scheme that you are offering up.
Well,
Can you perhaps...
I don't expect that any of you unschooled in the sweet art would be able to actually beat my boxer. But if you can last an entertaining amount of time, we'll have a course of 5 rounds, at which point there will be a short break between each round where you will be able to see to any injuries, have some water perhaps, and we'll go on. If you can last more than a round, I will match what you put up each round.
Oh, I see. And you said entertaining time. So if I just ran around in circles around your box all of the time, would you still consider that an entertaining time?
If you can avoid my boxer for the time allotted, then yes, of course. That is an interesting tactic. But yes, as you can see, the ring itself is not allowing for a lot of tactical advantage in that way. You must stay within the ring. Removing yourself from the ring will end the bout. You will, in fact, have thrown the match.
Hey, what about
Magic's
tactic?
right out, at least in the wing. You may, in the ring, you can prepare any way you wish prior to entering the ring. But no. But bare knuckles only within the ring.
If you're outside the ring and had a long spear, you could just poke at the...
No, that would be
combatants.
unsporting, wouldn't it? You put up one fighter against my one fighter and you wish to skew the odds by outside interference? No, that is entirely unsporting, my good man.
No, not skewer the odds, skewer the opponent.
Yes, well, that's rather
all right,
droll.
okay. Well, I think this is rigged from the start, but yeah, hey, go for your thing.
What if I prepared Radnor's dyspeptic bowels to go off when I hit the guy?
But see, your spell doesn't work that way, so no.
Okay. So what do you think? Do you want to? I'd kind of like to fight him.
You can knock yourself out, or he can knock you out. But yeah, go for it. I say. You said you will wager anything. No, you said only money, didn't you?
Well, hard currency or anything worthy of value that you have on your person. No check, no promises for later wealth. I have a certain amount on me that I'm able to match.
We can stand this guy and take his wealth. What he's got on him. Didn't think so.
You just said that out loud, you realize.
Yeah, I know. There's a reason I have a 7 charisma.
Huh?
Anyway, yeah, dude, go for it.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
I'd love to see you in the ring. I mean,
All
or
right.
Darby or Galen, any of you except me. I'd love to see that.
I have this vision of Radnor being like that guy Butterbean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he points to a chest that has a series of differently sized silk boxers to put on. As you, again, it's his stripped down, no armor, bare knuckle.
All right, I can do that.
Yes,
Oh,
I do
bare
imagine
knuckles, so you kind of
Ragnar
wrap chains around your fist. and stuff.
looks very much like Butterbean. He's got the huge gut overlapping his silk brow boxing trunks and
Bald head, that kind of thing.
Yes. Again, to go over the rules, you may prepare how you wish outside of the ring. Within the ring, no interference, please. No spells, please. No magics. Bare knuckles only. My fighter will, of course, adhere to the same rules. No outside interference. If you leave the ring proper, you have forfeited the match. 5 rounds of combat. When I say round, by the way, I don't mean... I'm not using the
It's not D&D rounds,
exactly.
it's boxing rounds.
Yes, exactly. At which, if it is a draw, we will have a decision vote. And
Who's
he
voting?
counts the number of you guys, 5 of you to his the 3 of him, and so he points to 2 of the eyes on the chairs, and those 2 between us we will determine who has been the best boxer.
That's crap. I mean, even if we all vote for our own person, then you've got stalemate, which is
Well, I can only
rubbish.
offer you. I assume that you will vote fairly yourselves, and these are impartial viewers as well. I can only trust in your own character, and I wish you to trust in mine.
The only thing I would like to bring up is the ability for us, or at least one of us, up to you, Rednor, to surrender on your behalf if he sort of knocks you out.
Of course, he
Or
pulls
looks
out.
like you're down to the mat or something. And
He pulls out a handkerchief and he'll hand it to you.
perhaps some kind of towel we could throw in. I don't
Yep. He pulls out a silk handkerchief, again in this kind of yellow color, and hands it to Galen and says, "Yes, merely drop this on the floor and we will cease the combat."
It's like a big blowfish.
Okay, so do we have an understanding? How much do you wish to wager?
I'll throw in 100 gold.
Okay. Do you have 100 gold?
I do.
Okay.
I'll have 30 gold. I'll
Okay.
wager on Bill, of course, or on Radnor.
Yeah, can we bet on the other person?
No,
Try
no,
to
no,
fight,
no.
Radnor.
You're
We couldn't make it out here.
you're staking on your fighter. So you can put up money in behalf of Radnar, but only for Radnar.
Sorry, Radnor. I think this game is rigged from the start. I mean, if you win, you can have all of this food here, but I ain't betting anything.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
we've got 130 so far. Galen, you going to throw in anything? 200? Okay, so 330 gold is what you come up with, and he goes and pulls out a strong box from beneath his chair. His back is to you, so you don't see what's in it. But he pulls out a bag of coin, counts out the same, and there's a lot more coins left in there. And so he puts up enough to match you, and he says, and if your boxer is able to go, for each round your boxer is able to survive, I will match what you've put forward. You need not put anything more forward.
Oh, wow. All right.
So if he quits after the first round, then we get
You've
300,
made-
or
yeah.
they get their money.
Yeah.
So what's with the voting at the end?
Oh, just
If he just
sporting,
keeps going
just to
through?
see if it's neither boxer has been knocked out or killed or has given in. Just sporting. Who was the best
Oh,
boxer?
so it doesn't impact the money
It
earned.
doesn't.
It's
It
just
doesn't.
Okay. All right. Fine. Yeah. Great. I got that.
All right. So the money's been put forward. He's put out enough to match for the first round, and you see that the bag is still heavy with gold that he's left out. Radnar, is there anything you want to do to prepare?
Maybe stretch a little bit.
Pulled my back.
I don't think that yeah, I'm gonna play this one straight. I just don't see any way to cheat and get away with it. So.
Well, he said that if you have any spells that you can precast on yourself before you enter the ring, that's perfectly fine.
Ooh, I could make myself invisible, but then I'd turn visible the first time.
The first time you punched, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't really have any spells that
All right, Galen, how about you? Anything you want to cast on him?
Okay, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I have a scroll of haste.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to use the scroll of haste at the last possible moment before the fight.
Yeah, that seems fine. Galen, you got any spells you want to cast on him that might be useful?
I would have to prepare them first,
Ah.
unless they want to give us some time to commune with my god, which apparently they hate. I'm out of spells. I'm completely
that's
zero.
right, you're
on
completely
spells.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me look up haste real quick. I think it just gives you an extra action each round.
Yeah.
But let me
I
just
think
check
so.
that. Magic user spells.
I mean, I have something that I would like to refocus myself so that I can look
I'll do
and
this.
see the
Forbidden
magic around
spell.
here, but that's not
Mhm.
going to
3
help.
turns.
Maximum movement rate doubled. You can double the normal attacks per round. You can cast twice the normal spells. Use of magic items is also doubled. Okay, so basically it just gives you another extra
Oh yeah, I got
action.
that wand from the castle I never did anything with.
Okay, so you refocus. He's stretching beforehand, and he's waiting to the last possible minute to cast the spell from his wand. So we'll say that you get your 10 minutes before he enters the ring. So Jean-Louis has a number of magic items on him. Beneath his robes, it looks like you can kind of see the general outline with your ability to see magic. So he's wearing armor, probably chained beneath his robes. He has a sword at his waist beneath his robes as well. It's likely magical. He's got a number of magical rings on. Looking at the boxer in the ring, there is a small amount of magic about his person. Make me an intelligence check.
Never make it. Never make it.
I pressed the button, but I'm on the wrong window. There we go. Very low success.
Okay, low success. Yeah, it's very small armor. You don't think it's a magic item or even a spell. Just the person itself seems to be slightly magical, like a magical being. Looking at him, the fact that he's not really breathing and he's standing there absolutely still, you would expect some kind of creation, a golem of some sort.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Same with the guards.
But he's not spelled up. He's not got any magical items on him, anything like that that's showing up. And of
That's
course,
why they hate the priests, because they do their own crack life.
and of course, the floating eyes are magical.
All right. Well, I mean, I will tell Radnor this.
Right.
Looks like it's created, so, don't go to kick it in the nuts. I don't think it has any.
Gollum got nards?
I don't know, maybe. But yeah. Good luck in there, buddy.
Thanks.
We'll scoop up what's left of you.
Just open his head and get the
something
Kim
was
out, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so.
All right, you step into the ring, Radnar, wearing your trunks and nothing else. You cast the haste spell on yourself before you step in. And so Jean-Louis has his hand in the air. Once he looks at you, waiting to say that you're ready.
Yep.
And when you say that, he lowers his hand and his boxer squares off against you. It's suddenly become very animated. All right, go ahead and roll initiative. If you have a dex bonus or negative, add it to the roll.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
All right, it got a 5.
Yeah, I'm my dex is a 5, so I'm guessing it's going to be a -2.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got a
Okay.
0.
All right, so it comes in fast. It moves shockingly fast as it comes in, and it tries to hit you with its left and hits you with its right. It's got 2 attacks. Both miss.
Nice.
Actually, you've got an AC of it's a 9 in this game. I think is unarmored.
I've got an AC
so-
of 7 if I get to keep my rings on.
No, you do not. You don't get to
Okay.
keep anything magical or wear anything other than your trunks.
Okay.
Actually, that might actually hit you then. Give me a second. 5, 7, 8, 9. Oh, nope, just misses. So he comes in with a flurry of blows, and you barely manage to backpedal and to move your head aside as he's going right for the face. That's his
Alright.
round. What are you doing?
I'm going to try to hit him a couple of times.
Okay, yeah. You are hasted now, so you do the same.
So I just make a like regular melee attack.
Yes.
Okay, so first one. I don't know if that
It misses.
hits or not.
No. He is very fast, and he ducks around your fist.
Second one.
Oh, that hits.
Nice.
Okay, you managed to hit him right square in the midsection, and he does back off a little bit at that. Okay, so next, go ahead and roll your initiative again.
Okay, so 2.
Okay, so he will get to go now, and he comes in again, charges you. Oh, those are both going to hit.
Yeah.
Ow.
Actually, the damage that you did, a damage on a punch is only a D4 plus your strength bonus. Is that what that rolled for damage?
No, that would be a D6. So if you can take 2 from that, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, in each of these. So you're gonna take 4. You're gonna take 8 points of damage as he comes in with a flurry of blows, hits you on the
Well.
cheek, hits you on the arm, backs off a little bit.
Ouch.
If you last the round, I'll be surprised.
All right, your turn.
All right. Here we go.
Jean-Louis is watching, just fascinated at what's going on. His eyes are wide. He's taking occasional sips from his wine.
First attack.
That hits.
Okay, that'd be 6 points.
Okay.
Then next attack. Oh,
Oh, wow, nice.
that'd be 5 points.
5 points. So 6,
11 points this round.
11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, very good. He seems to reel a little bit, and he... Oh, the damage that you rolled for any of those, were any of that damage the most you could actually do? So,
Yes.
okay, which
Yes.
how many?
The 6 points is the most I can do.
Both the hits were. Actually, no, I don't know if that
the
AC
damage. I just need to know if the damage capped
Yeah.
out. So one of them, the damage capped out. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So he stumbles a little bit on that one. He kind of he almost goes down to a knee, but he kind of shakes it off and comes back at you. All right. Next round. Go ahead and roll me a d6 minus whatever your penalty is.
1.
All right. So he comes in again with a flurry of blows. He is going to hit
Second
you with
one will
both. Well, no, both will hit.
Both will hit?
Yeah. Let's see, 2d4 plus 2. Oh, that's a low amount of damage. Only 4 points.
Okay. Well, I'm down to 5 because, I have a grand total of 17.
Yep.
All right. So I'll return a couple of blows, hoping I can knock this guy out before he knocks me out.
Mm-hmm.
First attack. That probably misses.
That missed. Yep.
What's his AC? If it's not
7 because of he's got a very high dex and speed.
Second attack.
Ah,
And then
hits.
that'll be maxed out on the damage. It'll be 6
Oh,
points.
wow. Okay, so 6 points of damage and maxed out. Okay. All right, so he again almost looks like he staggers a bit, but he shakes it off. He's definitely a little slower now. Your punches don't seem to have affected his skin at all. Like, you don't see any bruises, which you definitely have. But it does seem to be taking a toll on him. All right, so this is the last round in the first round. So let's see if you can make it through.
I can survive here.
Yeah.
so we're allowed to swap people out each round, right?
No.
Three.
No.
3. It's a 3. Now,
Okay.
damn it. All right. Miss.
They're both going to hit. 4,
I'm probably out.
7, 9 points.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay, are you below 0?
Yes.
All right, so you're dying. Not only you're out, but you're dying.
Ouch.
Yeah, so just with a lunge, he comes in and he fakes with his right, and then it's a quick double snap with his left, and you feel vertebrae break in your neck as you go down. Jean-Louis looks very happy. He applauds, and he notices that your man looks like his neck is canted at a bad angle, and blood's coming out of his nose and mouth. It's like, you may wish to see to your man.
I got nothing in terms of spells
Yeah.
or potions.
I got nothing.
I still have vials of honey
Okay.
from
Yeah.
back in the day.
Aren't those
Are
run out by now? I thought they only lasted for an X number of
Yeah,
time.
they only lasted for a little while, so they're not going to work.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you got anything? Guest, host man, or
Well, we certainly can't have anyone die
exactly?
in the house. He
So we'll
goes
take
over.
him outside then.
Well, no, he goes over himself. He hops in the ring. He takes a look, feels for a pulse, etc. You die a little bit more while this is happening, and okay. So you're not dead. He does do something with you. He forces some liquid down your throat.
Okay.
You're conscious with 1 hit point.
Nice.
Unfortunately, you did go below 0, and this is not really magic. So, okay, roll me a save versus death.
Okay. Okay, which one is that? Poison or death ray?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, hold on a second. Isn't there? I may be remembering my rule set wrong, but I thought there was a save versus death in this.
There's not a save
Nope.
versus death.
No. Okay. Give me a second then.
We've got Poison, Death Ray, Magic Wand, Tombstone Paralysis, Dragon Breath, and Spells, Magic Staff.
That would have made any save that I had.
Okay, not a problem
Yeah.
then. Yeah, you're fine. No stat degradation. Yeah, you got your clock clean. Actually, your neck probably broke. But yeah, you're up 1 hit point, and he looks pretty happy about the whole thing. So he says, well, you of course lost the wager, but that's the best amount of entertainment I have seen in many years. And he just waves to one of his guards, who scoops up what you put up and what he put up and puts it in a bag and hands it to Galen.
Nice.
Entertaining round then. Cheers.
It
I
seems
pass it
that
over to Darby because I've got too much money. Frankly, you take it.
So he goes over to his boxer, looks him over, and says, a few tweaks here and there. It looks like your man did a fair amount of damage to him. I'll have to make improvements for the next time. Yes. He seems to be just poring over his creation, just looking to see what damage that Radnar happened to do to it here and there, making notes.
So Darby, that should be like 660 in gold that
Yep.
you've got now. Yeah.
Well, that's presuming that Radnor doesn't take his cut out of there.
He's barely conscious.
Right, I get that, but still.
No, I just figured we'd since we made
Sort it out afterwards. We'll sort it out
Yeah.
afterwards.
yeah. And
So he had 2 hit points left, Radnar.
oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
hit points. You whittled him down pretty
Nice.
good.
did we get the money that Jean-Louis
Yeah.
himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
You
had an
just doubled
entertaining
your money.
fight, so
Yeah,
he
nice.
was entertained. So yeah.
36 is 660.
All right, well, I still have Magic Sight up because the
Yes.
idea was to
Yeah, you were watching the
make
whole
sure
thing.
nothing was
Mhm.
going to go on.
yeah.
So now I am looking around the room, and you've got the magic eyeballs, which are there. Have they gone away now? The red
After the
eyes, or
match
are
was
they still-
over, like the instant the winner was declared, they just kind of blinked out. They're gone.
Okay, good. And the guards themselves, are they magical in any way?
They seem to be the same kind of aura the boxer has. They're also creations. Yeah.
All right. Very lonely man,
Yeah.
creating things for his own amusement. All right, I'll turn off my magic sight now.
He's like, yes. I understand the small snack I provided may not be nourishment enough. Kind of points down the hallway and says, if you find the grand dining room down this corridor, last room on the right, I'm sure that dinner will soon be served. A more filling repast.
That's great. Do you have a hospital or a doctor or anybody else on staff who can tend to our man's broken neck?
I'm afraid I have no staff anymore. My brothers and sisters are, well, And he kind of looks at you for everybody in a minute and looks a little crestfallen. He says, I'm afraid I can't offer you the true safety and accommodations of the Lord of the Manor. That such things are beyond me now. I can say that leave well enough alone to others that you find, and for the most part you will be of safe haven yourself. Be mindful guests, and others that you find will likely leave you alone. It's the best I can offer. I no longer have the ability to give you the safety of the house.
Is there a room that we could use for a short amount of time?
He says, any room that you can find that hasn't been claimed, I'm sure, would be just fine. Just fine.
Are you stuck in this room? Can you leave it?
The room, yes. The grounds, no. It's been such a long time since guests have come to entertain me. I much appreciate it.
See, gather up Rednor and we'll go have a look.
Run this place to the ground. It's the only way to be sure.
Yes. You might find that your own comings and goings have been curtailed as well. It's none of my doing, simply the enchantment that's been laid upon this cursed chateau.
Well, with that ominous thought, I'm going to go and try the front door then, just to see.
Yeah, it's not locked. You go out through that very lavish lobby area. You open the front doors, and there's nothing but blackness beyond the stairs.
Welcome to my castle, guys. You can check out any time you want, but you can never leave.
Big Jam's thinking, is this my castle? Seems like something I'd do.
Oh, it seems the opposite of what I would do. I don't want people in my castle. That would automatically expel them, not invite them in. Ugh.
Is it a possibility for us to find somewhere to take like a short rest or something?
As I said, any unoccupied room that you find, you're welcome to use.
Right here, with the slippers.
You are welcome to stay here if you wish. I'm afraid I have no more accommodations than I've given you. That is the last of my pantry for now. As I said, though, dinner will be served shortly.
It's like considering it was morning when we got here. But I'm going to try and find a room, and then if by shortly is an hour, I can do something for you, Radnor. But otherwise, that's just a general point to bring up. If we're going with the 1 hour per level of spell, I need, let alone the other magic users. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 hours to get all my spells.
That's if you're doing it spell by spell. So, like, if you're actually just taking a period of time to pray for all of your spells, you can do that. You've had 8 hours of rest, so if you just duck off for a couple hours, you can get all your spells. That rule was just if you needed to get a spell back fast in the middle of the day,
Fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I get my spells back and stuff, I can do things for you, but I don't know how soon dinner is coming.
Dinner is coming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jean-Louis is still there, and I assume that you're not. Are you talking amongst yourself in a normal voice or not? Or are you whispering to one another, like bad guests?
We're not subtle enough to be subtle voice.
It's like I don't honestly know what schedule the kitchens keep. They seem to just know when a famished party arrives.
I think we eat first and then sort it out afterwards. Because I think we're still kind of famished.
Very.
Yeah, it took the edge off, but it was meat and cheese and bread. It wasn't anything more filling, or no meat. Actually. Cheese and bread and wine.
Let's eat first then, and then sort out stuff afterwards. I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunity with no worries whatsoever.
Okay. You already opened the door to see the corridor, and he said it was the last door on the right, is what he had said.
That's not going to stop us from opening every door we come
Exactly.
across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
This
You're the one who
one,
opens all the
this one.
doors. It's not the rest of us.
So it's not us opening the doors, it's just me opening the door. No, I found the doors. That's not the problem. Even opening the door's not the problem, just going through the damn door.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll, as we go down to the hall, open up the doors and have a peek in.
Okay, so you're just having a peek at each one. That's fine.
Yeah.
This one is just a very narrow. Oh, hold on, it's not revealing. Come on, reveal, damn you. This door is just a really thin hallway that's got 3 more doors along the right-hand side. This one. Oh, come on. What is wrong with this thing? Sorry, I'm having problems. The reveal tool. Reveal. It's not revealing.
Oh, that covered over more.
Okay. Reveal area.
Oh,
Oh, come on. What the heck?
it's
Okay, let's
hidden.
do select and then try reveal. There.
Oh.
Okay, so that is a large room, and it looks like a master's or a lord's bedroom. There's a large 4-poster bed in the middle of the room. Curtains are closed and drawn, and I'm assuming you're not stepping into any room. I'm just telling you what you see.
And particularly also just sort of getting a general lay of the land and seeing if there's a room we can play in
Okay.
or something like that.
There looks like there is someone in the bed, covered over, like the blankets are pulled over them, and the kind of see-through,
Gauze.
yeah, the gauze is covering the 4-poster, so you can't really see the figure, although it does look rather large, but it's snoring away. This next door next to it here is another bedroom, though smaller, a little bit cozier. It has a lot of furniture in here, though, whereas the other ones simply seemed to be a room for sleeping. There was not much in the way of furniture. Seated, there is a bed here, though, a smaller one. There are 2 pale, man-like, almost transparent figures composed of a thick kind of rolling mist. One of them resembles a middle-aged man. The other one resembles a matronly woman. Again, they just turn to look at you as you open the door, but otherwise leave you alone. Okay. This large room across from the room you were told was the kitchen, the dining room is the kitchen. There are a dozen ghost-like goblins dressed in pale amber-colored livery, and they're preparing a large meal. Smells wonderful in here. They look as you open the door, but then pay you no mind as they go back to what they're doing. And then on this side, there's one door in the middle of the hall here. It's a very large room. Give me a second. It is a study. It's paneled and polished mahogany. There's a large fireplace faced with marble. The furniture's all been removed, though, except for an iron-bound wooden chest in the southeastern corner. There are a dozen or so bedrolls that are kind of laying around near the fireplace, which is lit. And there's a dozen humanoid, but with cat-like faces, figures in here that are all dressed in leather armor. They kind of look up at you as you open the door. Some of them go for weapons, but they don't approach or do anything else. They seem to be waiting to see what you do.
Just a tip of the hat.
Close the door slowly.
Yeah. I'm just getting a lay of the land because I have no idea what rooms are open or not. So
And then the room he told you was the kitchen comes out onto like almost a balcony that overlooks this vast dining room below. That's got this immense oval table, just chairs. There must be 24 chairs lining the table, and then there are stairs coming down off of this balcony to get to the dining area proper. There are frescoes and murals, just beautifully painted on the walls and ceilings in here. You even hear You're actually not quite sure you hear it or not, but there's kind of like the impression of music. Like if you stop and listen, you don't actually hear anything, but when you stop listening, you hear it. Like if you're not focusing on it, it's there, but when you try and pick out what it is, it's not. And in the dining room, maybe a dozen of the chairs are filled with just ghostly figures that have taken seats. You see that there's a line of seats that have placards on them. From where you are, you can't really read what they say, but they're the only ones that seem to have like a card in front of them, and there's an equal number of them as there are you. So there are 5 of these. 5 chairs in a row with these placards on them. And unless you want to go down the corridor and open the last door, I'm going to say that's
I do.
You do. Okay.
I do.
Well, this
Yeah.
one is kind of interesting as you open
I'm also
this
looking
up,
for where the toilet is.
and it
Not in this
is
castle.
it is a vast garden.
Ooh. Oh, there's my room.
You look up, high up into the sky, and there's a great deal of glass that's letting sunlight in, kind of nourishing the garden. There's a pathway that goes through it. In the distance, you can see that there's a fountain right in the middle of the garden.
Oh, yep. This is my room now. This is where I'm going to be.
Yep. Each square on the board is roughly 10 feet, so this is a really large area, but it's not so large as you can't see it all. So I'm going to go ahead and just reveal everything here.
Although it is if you're on Twitch.
Yeah, that is true. My window is not large enough.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Sorry, people out there who are watching this, but you don't get to see the amazing gridded
Yeah.
goodness that we can see for some reason. Woo! Imagine a map that has lots of squares on it. That is what we are seeing.
There we go.
I'd imagine
Just shrink
such a
the
thing.
screen down. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
So yeah, it is just this immense garden. Some of the plants and trees that are growing are obscuring your sight, so obviously the numbers and stuff on here you're not able to see. To see what's going on in that area.
Yeah, 13 over there.
There
Oh,
is
there's an
a
18.
rushing river that runs through this room. That is odd. You see that going to this pool and statue that's in the middle. You can't quite make out what the statue is, as it's very covered up in ivy.
Why don't we like camp out in the hallway for a little bit?
We're going to go to the dining room and eat.
Yeah,
We could go to
Dan
the
was to
kitchen
go
or anywhere else.
the
But yeah,
dining room, we get some food, then go and rest. Or revive, or spells.
Okay. So you go back to the dining room then, and assuming you go down the stairs into the dining room proper, the 5 seats that are set up, the placards in front of each of them actually has each of your names on them.
Sweet.
Nice.
can we move the placards around?
You pick it up and you move it. Yeah, it seems fine. It's a
Cool.
physical thing that you can move, and it allows you to
I
move.
see if they spelled my name right.
You haven't, so
Yeah.
Nice one. I sit
when-
at the table.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, when you're saying 5, you're including
Dion's
Dion's
Yeah.
character there, aren't you? Yeah, I'm just double checking
He
we
hasn't
haven't
known.
forgotten about someone like Magpie or whatever. Yeah.
Dion's still having his Vietnam flashback and is looking off into the middle distance. Eyes
I'm
wide.
sure he's
mouth
still
open.
fingering his sword every now and then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh god, yeah. All right, well, I find the ghosts are sitting opposite us, right?
Yes. They're
So
very
I find the one with my
insubstantial.
name, and then I go opposite and sit in the chair with the ghost.
Okay. So you walk around to where the ghost is, and you just want to sit in the chair.
Yeah.
The ghost actually moves, reacting to this, and stands next to you, crosses its arm, and starts tapping its foot, irritated. Also, you guys, much like the music that you were hearing earlier, you hear the sounds of like conversation, muted conversation. But if you stop and try and listen to what's being said, it stops as if it's not there at all. But the minute you just shift focus and aren't really concentrating on it, it's back. So yes, this misty, shadowy figure just seems very irritated that you're now sitting in its seat. Doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
it's your place over there. Look, it's got your name and everything.
Why didn't you pick your place?
I did. This one.
Ah,
Once it's obvious that you are not going to move, it just moves around and picks another seat.
There are only 10 seats in here, though, right?
There's 24. There's 24
No,
seats.
okay, so
Yeah.
it hasn't resized it for us.
Yeah.
Okay, my mistake. Fine.
All right. Well, if you all take a seat, soon a ghostly chorus of, again, these goblin figures come in, and again they're wearing the livery that's this off yellow. As they come in bearing platters of food, the first course that comes out is soup. It seems to be a caramelized onion with some kind of broth covered in cheese.
Ooh.
Yep, so everyone is served this. It's ghostly for all the other apparitions that it's served to, but the food that is served in front of you is very physical, very real, and smells wonderful.
They're going to kill us off through food or something. There's easier ways of. I'm not going to worry. Basically, I'm not worrying about it because if they plan on killing us or whatever, there's easier ways.
All right, so Galen digs in. It's very
Yeah.
savory. It seems to be like a very solid beef stock with all these onions and this cheese on top. Is anyone else partaking?
yeah, Darby eats.
Yeah, hungry. So,
Okay. Radnar?
can Radnar? Do we need to feed him?
He's got 1 hit point. I mean,
I imagine I can eat and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody make me a save versus spell.
Oh, fail.
I mean,
how many
no.
rerolls do we have?
Nobody knows. Nobody put that
Actually,
up. They...
Dion might be
bits and
keeping track.
stuff.
Yeah.
In
Looks like
Spell.
14.
Failure. I'm not rerolling.
Oh, hey, we can see that we've got 300. No, there we are, 14 reloads. Yeah.
All right,
We're
so
just-
Galen fails. Radnar fails. Okay. Jam and Darby.
yeah. Oh,
Tries to find it. What are we making? Sorry, which one?
Save versus
Yeah.
spell.
Save versus spell.
Spell.
I,
The one at the
uh,
bottom.
I failed.
Woo.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, join us at failure.
Failure, failure, failure.
Everybody roll a d4.
Ouch.
Oh, no.
Don't wanna.
D4.
One. It's good or bad.
2.
3.
Okay.
1.
No.
Everybody increase your maximum number of hit points by that number.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Okay, so
Just our
unfortunately,
maximum.
Radnar, that does not heal you. It just means your maximum is that much higher permanently.
I like it.
Maybe
figures I
we
rolled
do
a
spin the
1.
rerolls.
Yeah, we should, man.
Too late. All right. So that's the first course. The soup is lovely. You all feel very nourished from it, although you still feel the pangs of hunger from having gone for who knows how long without very solid substance.
Too
So
long for Radnar.
a clearing round as they bring out more of that amber wine that comes out. This is it's all poured in goblets in front of you. This seems to be a spiced and mulled wine with that amber kind of color to it. The spirits around you all stand, raising their goblets into the air.
Okay, stand. Goblet.
Try to listen to what they're saying.
Yeah, and as soon as you do, it just goes away. It's just silence. All right. Does everybody drink?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Up and
Versus.
All right. So, Radnar,
Yes.
all your hit points are back. Anybody that was down hit points, completely back. If you
Well,
were
technically, since we were down from having increased our max hit points.
yeah, you go up to your maximum. the new maximum. If you were suffering from disease, blindness, or poison, you're perfectly fine now.
Now, how does that count for Bill? Because he was
For who?
Bill's character, because he was technically poisoned last time.
Yeah.
Radnor.
Yeah, so, I mean, if he was still suffering any effects, it's cleared. It's fine.
So the effects are clear because the effects was down.
Yeah.
It decreased his
Yes,
constitution.
so he's fine. Yeah, your constitution goes back up to normal.
Doesn't clear curses though. So
Yeah, nothing
See,
for
still-
curses. Yeah, disease,
Okay.
blindness, or poisons that you have
Cool.
been affected by.
sweet.
Okay.
Nice
and
place.
There was some sort of cheer there, some kind of everybody raised their goblets. Something was said, and then everybody drank. You could not make out what was being said at all, but it was obviously a toast of some sort. The next round is salad.
All right.
Okay. Does
Yum.
everyone eat, or does anyone restrain themselves from salad?
I mean,
No. I've
We are
got no
hungry.
reason to think that I've been under any kind of spell or
Okay.
anything.
All right,
So-
well, let's start with Richard then. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Richard, what I want you to do is let me look at your character real quick here. Roll me a D6.
D6, you say. I can roll you the number 2.
Okay. Roll me another D6.
I can roll you the number 1.
Oh, okay. Roll me a D2.
No. That is one I don't have programmed in.
You can either
Right.
do even. Or it's
You
just
can do
even.
I
even
could have done
odd.
high-low, but
Yeah,
no, I've done a
even odd.
D2 now. I have got 2.
Your intelligence goes up by 2 points.
Holy crap.
Nice.
Big
Whoa.
Jam is now a 19 intelligence
However,
person. Wow.
However,
your strength goes down by 2 points.
I'm still 10 strength.
Okay.
I mean,
Bill.
all right.
Roll me a D6.
Yeah.
ouch! This is.
Up, down.
Hope my wisdom
Okay,
goes up.
and roll me another D6. Okay, roll me a D2.
So, Constitution.
Oh,
That's how do I do
And
that?
I'll
strength.
just do even odd. You
Flesh.
can just roll any die and do even
I'll roll a
odd.
D4 and
Yeah.
have it.
We'll say even is
Yes,
1,
I'll-
odd is 2. So
Yeah.
so 2. Your constitution goes up by 2 points.
Okay.
Your strength goes down by 2 points.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I think some of us have spotted the pattern.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, roll a D6. Okay.
1.
And roll another
Strength.
D6.
Strength is
Does that make
going.
my hit points go up?
Yeah, if it makes a change, then yes, and it's retro. So you add in, if you now have a bonus more than you had before, then you add in that many hit points per level that you have.
Nice.
you can gain
So
like
1
7
and
hit
4.
points.
So roll me a D2 or do even odd.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you didn't want your decks.
I'll do HUD.
Okay,
That's
so-
HUD.
All right. So that's 1 point. So your strength goes up by 1, but your dexterity goes down by 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trading 11.
Yep. All right, Jameis.
All right.
D6.
I just want to know what happens if I get 2 the same. That's what I'm interested in.
Okay.
Oh
and the
crap!
next-
Strength is going up, and I'm sacrificing my con.
All right. D2. Evens 1 or odds 1, evens 2 if you want to do it that way. Did you roll a D2? Okay, so 1 point. So yeah, you shift 1 point in those two things.
Is 12 still a +1? Was
No.
12? I lost my con then. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. So strength went up by 1, con went down by 1.
If 12 was +0, then I've lost hit points. Damn it.
Good thing you got some new permanent hit points.
Yeah, one doesn't quite offset.
All right. So that one was kind of hit or miss. Some of you did well, did better, and some did worse. Of course, your characters wouldn't really have noticed a lot of difference until you started doing things. So the next round is roast beef is brought out. Tender, pink, juicy. It's carved and laid out on a plate for each of you. Is anyone eating this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think at this point we're all in bed. Whatever happens.
The roast beef is simply roast beef. It is tender, tasty, pink, and delicious.
Nice.
Leon, have fun doing this when you're back.
All right.
I was going to say it's not.
Baskets of fresh bread are brought out to sop up the juices from the trays of beef. Do folks eat this?
Yes,
What?
eating. Fun,
Okay.
hungry,
Just kidding, we
yum.
just assume we eat.
Okay, assume we eat. All right, so everybody make me save versus spell.
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah. Come on, failure.
Now you die
Damn, I made
horribly.
it.
Tweeting death by.
Oh. Success.
Nope.
Okay.
Yes, success.
So
Just
before I tell the results, so that you guys actually have opportunity, does anybody want to adjust their roll by doing a reroll?
Come what may. I'm in for this for come what may.
Okay.
I mean, failing was good before, but
Okay, if you
Yeah,
succeeded,
exactly.
so is that final? Everybody's good with their numbers?
Yep.
But do you want to
Yep.
change, Jeff? Yeah, you're good. Okay.
No.
Okay.
yeah, stick with
Everyone
what we got.
who made the save, of course, your character will not realize this at this point, but write it down somewhere. You are now immune to the effects of starvation. You can never starve.
Oh.
Holy
Nice.
crap.
Those that failed,
You might get something better.
you need to now eat twice the normal amount of food as
Oh,
would
awesome.
normally be
Oh,
acquired.
Radnor the Love.
Radnor the double large. All right. So after that is plates of wine sauced beans come out, green beans that have been fried, and this wine sauce and herbs put on it. Which, if everyone's going with everyone's eating, is perfect.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. It's tasty. There's no other effects from it. And the next course, you guys are still feeling, even those that are no longer affected by starvation. You've had a lot of food at this point, but in small courses, one after the other. So you definitely feel you're getting too full, but you're not at full yet. And it feels like if it had only been a day for your journey, you don't feel like you should be this hungry, but you guys are still starving. Or you feel like you're still hungry, like you haven't hit the bottom of your
Yep.
your hole yet. So the next course is more vegetables, another palate cleanser. It's mushrooms and another wine sauce, much like the green beans were.
Shrooms and wine. I like it.
So this one is a save versus poison.
Oh,
I'm good.
I feel like I want to make this one.
Yep. So before I tell what it does, everybody decide whether or not you're going to reroll if you fail.
No.
Looks like everybody's
But I
making
no,
it.
we all succeeded.
Okay.
Are we all happy with passing?
Yeah, are you all happy with passing?
I mean, failing last time was good, so yeah.
Not
Nah,
the
I'm
second
good with
time.
I'm good.
Okay. So just note on your character sheet somewhere that, actually, just change the save. Save anytime you now future save versus poison, you have a +4.
Oh,
Can
wow.
you even fail at this point, Darby?
I don't
Jeff,
think
No.
Darby can fail versus poison anymore.
you need to roll a 0 or higher right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so another palate cleanser, red wine comes out. Prior to the dessert, which you can already smell, which they haven't delivered yet, is some kind of baked apple good. But now more wine comes out. This one's a red. There's no
You left to
toast
tell us
this
What would
time.
happen if we had failed that save versus poison?
I'm not going to tell you till we're done.
Okay.
Okay, so there's not a toast this time. People are just pouring the wine, drinking it. Everybody.
I stand up and make a toast if nobody
Okay.
else is.
All right, yeah. What's your toast?
It's just going to be mumbly, as they can't hear us.
Okay.
So it's just going to be.
You do the peanut school teacher toast, right? A
Yeah.
few of them kind of do set up and toast along with you. They look a little confused, but they do.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I would ching my glass, but you're on the other side of the table, so I can't. So.
All
Yeah.
right, so everybody roll me a
Nice.
d12. Or actually, roll me 2d6. Let's do it that way. Roll me 2d6 for
Okay.
everybody.
Doink.
Okay. The number you roll is the number, well, that times 10 is the number of minutes that you are just completely shit-faced drunk.
Oh.
So,
No problem.
wow, okay.
I'm out for an
Oh,
hour,
yeah.
but I'm the lucky I'm the shortest one.
Sounds
here.
good.
You're feeling good, feeling no pain. When the apple strudel hits the tables,
Yes,
everybody make me save versus spell.
Strudel.
failure.
It's funny.
I'm sticking with failure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care, whatever it is.
Success.
Okay.
No.
A success.
Okay. Is everybody
body.
satisfied with their rolls?
I'll stick
Yep.
with it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those of you
Yeah.
that passed the roll, it's excellent apple strudel. It's amazing. You're drunk, so it makes it even more amazing.
Oh,
Those
this
of
is gonna
you
be
that
bad.
failed, write it down somewhere in your sheet, but you gain the ability to basically cast the spell ESP once a week.
Oh, nice.
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 Oh,
Strudel.
Okay.
wow, that's a hell of a thing.
And so after the apple strudel is served, there's a longer lag this time while everyone finishes up. You're all feeling very sated at this point. You're very full. You're very drunk. When heated brandy is brought out, this is basically the nightcap. At this point, you see many of the spectral people get their small shot of brandy and start to leave the tables, just floating off, exiting the room. Some of them just go through walls. Some of them use the door. But yeah, brandy. If you're going with everybody partakes, make me a save versus death ray.
Oh, well, now it's really. Is that
Alright.
a +4 to it or not?
No,
'Cause it's
the
like
+4 is only towards poison
Yeah.
Okay.
specifically.
It's
Yeah.
poison or death. So, I
No,
mean,
the
we
save
can't
is-
note that.
Yeah, it's the save is specifically for poison only.
Well, that is going to be absolutely horrible to remember and put into
Yeah,
the
it
thing.
is.
So,
It is.
Passed.
Passed.
I'd like to re-roll that.
Okay.
are you sure?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Go
would
ahead.
like to re-roll that.
Don't you
to
want to
you.
die?
I don't want to die.
Alright.
You don't know what it may have given you if you fail it. You know, we got to cast ESP now.
Okay. Success. So did
And-
everybody end up with a success?
Success. Yeah.
Do you want to stick with success?
Yeah.
Okay.
One and done. I'm not spending rerolls on magical
All right.
food.
So the brandy is delicious. It's warm, and you do feel, you feel a little tired from the full feast, from all the alcohol, from being drunk. And again, all of you are drunk for at least several hours. It looks like.
Just an hour for me.
An hour.
Just an
You can
hour.
only
Hour
be-
and 20 minutes.
Yeah. But now, basically, the place is cleared out. You're the last people in here. The last of the ghostly people have left. Servants are coming in to clear away the trays, both spectral and real.
My
I was going to
plan-
get up
Yeah.
with one of the two companions to either side of me, whoever is
Okay.
leaving, and then I just walk out of the room with them just to see
Okay.
where they were going.
Well, they just go through a wall.
Yeah, I tried to do that as well. I'm drunk, and who knows what magical powers I've been given by this brandy.
All right. Yeah. So you smack your face into a wall.
Ah, all right, never mind.
Yep.
Didn't see that there.
Some of them do go through a door. There is a door here in the room. Some of them do go through that door. Just
Yeah,
not the
I
ones that
ignore
were on
them.
either side of you.
Well, I ignore those people. They were obviously not at the intelligent end of the table. So.
Yep.
I plan on just going to the fountain because that's where I want to sort of reside for the next while.
All right, so you drunkenly stumble out of the kitchen or out of the dining room, and you're going to try and head towards the. Okay, there's a long, windy path that goes through there. Are you going to just cut right through, or are you going to go on the path?
I'll cut through. I mean, if there's enough clearing in there that it's not dense bush or anything, I'll just.
Oh,
cut
it's
through.
dense. It's overgrown and dense. It doesn't look like this has been well maintained.
Okay, I'll go in a straight line, by which I mean the drunk straight line, which I mean go along the path.
Okay. The path itself seems to be maintained, but everything growing in there doesn't. It's very thick. Basically, once you get off the get off the path, more than like 20 feet or so in front of you, you just can't. Until you push through it, you just can't make it out. Is anybody going with Galen?
No, with my short legs, I'll go with the
Okay,
path.
I'll go with Galen.
You
I'll
split
go.
party.
Okay.
I'll go.
Okay.
Stay with
so
Jeff. Yeah.
Fig Jam's going as well.
No, I
No.
stay with Jeff.
You're
I would
staying
say.
with
Or Darby.
Okay, so where are the two of you staying? In the dining room, or do you want to go and find something else?
What you doing now, buddy? Where we
Yeah,
go?
I'll follow. We should follow the path to the fountain.
I thought they were following the path. Are they not?
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
No. So you guys that want to
No.
follow the path, they're not. They're just blazing right
Yeah,
through.
they're cutting through. Yeah,
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. Whatever. I follow Darby.
yeah.
Okay.
Get
So,
on.
Yeah, come with me.
all right. So let me make sure I get
Crap.
that. So are all of you just cutting through, or is Darby and Fig Jam on the path?
On the path.
Okay, you're on the path. The rest of you guys are cutting through. Okay, so once you hit this dense foliage here, we're going to say Galen is leading his way drunkenly towards the center. Let's see. Roll a d6 for me, Galen, as you're in the lead, leading Radnar behind you.
I'm probably
not
singing really
surprised, but I
loudly.
don't notice anything exciting. If we fall into the river, I'm accepting that out.
Gotta get sober somehow.
Yep.
I'm going to be sober for the rest of you.
Did you roll it? D6?
Yep.
You did.
5.
Oh, I'm not seeing it. Okay, there it is. 5. You're fine. So
Yep.
you're doing a straight path, you said, right?
Yeah, a drunk straight path. So,
Okay. In which case, make me a wisdom check. Both of you. Radnar and Galen.
Nope.
And Radnar? Both of you. So both of you step on a piece of ground that just kind of disappears beneath your feet as you crash through some very thin bamboo that had been set up here, and you fall. Each of you roll me
I see
2d6.
that. Ooh, ouch. Those
Do
are
not
the
like
damn
that.
spikes.
Roll the same.
That's how much damage you take as you land several feet down into a
Fuck.
bunch of thorny brambles that are growing in the bottom of this pit.
Ow.
I'm all right.
I'm not.
I'm okay.
The pit's 20 feet deep, and you're stuck in a bunch of thorny brambles at the very bottom. Since you're drunk, I'm going to say that Darby and Fig Jam probably don't hear a thing as you guys go on the path. So you go through the path, and hold on, let me check something here.
I'm fine. No need to be concerned.
Just
I'm not.
drunken rambling off in the distance.
He's not concerned. I heard him say that.
I'm assuming it was this bit trap.
Yeah.
But
I
it
mean,
may
this
have
does
been
kind
the
of
other one.
suck, but I'm fine.
Okay. Darby, roll me a d6.
Will do.
You guys follow the path. When you get to about right here on the map, you do see that there is a door at the end of the path. But otherwise, if you want to get to the fountain, you just continue on. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, we'll continue to the fountain.
All right, so you reach it first. The center of the indoor forest is a circular pool of water. It's fed by a stream that goes in one side and kind of filters out the other. It's shaped like three interlinked gargoyles. So it's like three gargoyles, hands out, clutching each other's hands, and this kind of almost triangular-like pattern. They spray water from their mouths, which falls in the pool and then continues out into the river on the other side. Embedded at the base of the statue, there's a lid of a metal chest. There is a lock on the chest. Okay, let's go back to Galen and Radnar drunk and stuck in a bunch of thorns at the bottom of a pit. What do you want to do to get out? It is 20 feet deep, and moving a lot is going to cause more damage as you further impale yourself on these thorns.
Yeah.
Well, I'm drunk.
And you're drunk. And you're drunk.
I'm going to take a couple of daggers because I have many daggers scattered about me.
Okay.
And I'm going to use them to, I assume this is like earth or something?
Yeah, it's growing out of bare earth at the bottom of the pit.
Okay. I'm going to use that to climb out. I know I'm going to do some damage,
Yeah.
but
Just,
I don't think I would be careful about it.
Yeah, just roll me a d4, and that's just how much you're going to take to pull yourself out of the thorns as you start to
Okay.
lift yourself up by your daggers, and then make me a strength check to see if you can make it the 20 feet.
All
That's
right.
the tricky part.
So 2 points of damage as you rip yourself off the thorns, and you are able to, hand over hand, dagger after dagger, pull yourself out of the pit. Galen.
I offer, hold up a bit of rope. Yeah, pull me out.
And you're just waving the tip of the rope down there at the bottom. Hey!
Yeah.
So Radnar, you're out. Galen's muttering
Alright.
something at the bottom of the pit.
All right, I think I have a rope. Let me see if I do. No, don't seem to have packed that up.
I got rope here.
You can try and throw
Throw
the
it
rope
here.
up.
Yeah, throw it here. I'll pull you
All
up.
right.
Make
Oh,
me-
throw. Okay.
Yep. Make me a strength check to be able to toss that rope up there.
Oh, I'm stronger now than I was before.
Yeah. No problem. That's not particularly violent of an action, so just roll a d2. Two points of damage as you shift on the thorns, causing more of them to pierce into you. Radnar, yeah, rope plops up over the top.
All right. Like the whole rope or just part of it?
Enough that you can grab it. Yeah, that's a good point. The drunk guy just throws the entire coil of rope.
yeah. I can see that.
What
I'll toss one end down to him and try to pull him up.
what is
There's that
your
intelligence.
strength?
14.
Okay, what is your con, Galen?
My con, 12.
All right, no problem. You're able to pull him up, Galen. Galen, if you just hold on to the rope and let him pull you up, he just kind of
Yep.
unsticks you from the thorns, and you're fine. No more damage. And he just kind of hauls you drunkenly up. And
Hey,
yeah, at the top of the pit is
excellent
where you notice that there are pit traps that have been maybe not even so cleverly disguised. If you weren't drunk and barging your way through a forest, you probably would have noticed it. It's just some bamboos that were set up over the hole with a little bit of foliage thrown on top.
I want to speak to the manager.
Obviously, you could have picked this out
Bamboo is hunting us. Be careful.
if you were in your right mind. So you're still in the middle of this forest. Galen, you see the river off to your left
Yeah,
here.
go to
It's
the
pretty
river.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the river.
So
and follow
you want to go to the
water.
river. Okay.
Yeah. Because I knew the river because
Right.
I found it.
There's somewhat of a current. It's a gentle current, but if you just want to wade the river, which takes you more directly to the fountain, you can
Yeah.
do that.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
In which case, Back at the fountain, you guys hear the drunken Galen and Radnar making, just plodding up the middle of the river, heading towards you. It's somewhat deep. It's about waist. Some places are as much as waist deep. Some places are just like up to your knees. But otherwise, it's easy enough. And you finally
Big
pull
jam.
yourself up.
Fig jam.
I'm over in the corner peeing into the
Yeah.
bushes because
Fig
You
jam.
know,
there's
into the
running
fountain.
water here.
Peeing into the fountain, which they will
I
now
thought
hit
about that, but
downstream.
then I thought, nah, not doing that.
Fig jam. I
bushes
got
are
water in your slippers.
What?
I got water in your slippers.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Well, I mean, there's more. I assume.
Yeah, come over here.
Yeah, we go to the fountain.
Let's rest a bit.
Oh, have you died from climbing in that water?
No?
Great. Then I drink out of the fountain.
You drink
Okay.
out of the fountain. Okay. Roll me a d6.
I'm drunk. I need dehydrated. Gotta
He
keep.
turns into a newt.
No, that's it. I mean, that's
Maybe.
probably something I'll be doing myself at some point. So.
Yeah, roll me a d6.
But you a D6. I have rolled you the number 6.
Nice.
Okay. Well, you're not surprised. You drink the water. It's crisp. It's clean. It's a little cool. It's a little refreshing. You get your face in it and wipe your face off. You're starting to recover a little bit. How long were you drunk for?
90 minutes,
Oh, wow.
I believe.
Yeah, so you're still drunk, but you're feeling a little bit better. But you see something shift and move at the bottom of the pool that you can barely see, as it seems to be the same color as the water.
Let's kill it.
Roll initiative, Fig Jam, for your side.
No. I mean, yes. All right, so we have rolled a 2 for our initiative.
Oh, you go first. There's kind of there's a creature down there that is swiftly raising to the surface of the fountain. It's kind of amorphous and blob-like. What do you do?
Fireball.
I was gonna say, can I just vomit on it after having eaten all this stuff? Can I just go?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Fig Jam vomits. Okay. What is everyone else doing?
Do we know that there's a
Yes.
creature there?
Yeah. Fig Jam stumbles back, vomits.
Oh my god,
and
there's a blood.
Yeah. You see this
Does-
blob-like thing kind of coming out of the middle of the fountain.
Because I heard what Randall said, so
I'll strike it with my sword.
Oh, well. Darby goes forward and strikes it with his sword. How
Yeah.
long were you drunk for, Darby?
90 minutes.
Oh, you're still drunk. Okay. Go ahead and roll.
yeah.
This is a creature?
Okay.
No.
Your
Dunno.
sword seems to pass through it, but it does leave kind of a thick mucousy-like film on your blade as it comes through. All right, what's anyone else doing? Now, Radnar, Darby just went forward, and he's in front of the monster. You still want a fireball?
No. Well, okay. I want to, but I'm not going.
Do you even have fireball?
I do.
Oh, you still got one left. Okay.
He's been threatening to use it this entire time.
Yeah.
and doing it
Yeah, I
onto it.
thought he was just
No,
threatening.
I have one fireball left, and I have I have a couple of rings with it stored in there.
Oh, cool.
I stocked
Alright.
up on this shit, man.
Nice.
No, he's saying, get out of the way! I must destroy it!
All right, so that's your action then to drunkenly
Yeah.
shout to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Galen said he was backing up after hearing what Radnar said. Fig Jam backed
Yeah,
up because he
I
puked and
was
vomited.
drunk for an hour, so am I still drunk?
You're a little clearer. What drunk was
Okay.
going to do, I was going to wait until things started happening action-wise, and I'll let you know. So let's go to the... Oh, well, its turn.
Sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
my action was to vomit onto it
Yes.
in the pool.
Yes.
So I did not back up.
Oh, you didn't back up at all, so you're there as
No,
well.
not yeah. So I'm
Okay.
still there right now.
So you and Darby are the targets. I'm going to do
Yeah.
So it is you. As it lashes out with a pseudopod, which completely misses. Actually, it's because you.
Oh,
Retched.
vomited.
You bowed forward to retch, and it went right over your head as you puked on it. That was its attack. So Darby, why don't you roll a d6 for your side?
I rolled a 5.
You guys go first. So you're hearing Radnar kind of get out of the way.
Yeah, let's get out of.
You gonna move?
I'll get out of the way. Hey, Fake Jump, come with me.
Do it.
Huh? What? Over here. All right.
Okay, it's clear now, Radnar.
Okay. Do I have? I don't want to kill everybody. Shit. Wait, I still have polymorph other.
So
I'm going to turn it into a newt.
You're gonna turn it into
Go.
a newt.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Give me a second here. Look that up real quick. Spells. Polymorph other is what you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a 4th
Save
level.
as a spell.
Okay. If the form's AC is more than twice as okay,
Range
so
60.
yeah. So if you're gonna try and turn it into newt, well, actually, you may not know because you're drunk. Make me an intelligence check.
If I was not drunk, I probably would not do this. I'm just trying to think of what he would do when he
Yep.
was drunk.
So make me an intelligence check.
All right. Still got a pretty good intelligence.
Yeah, I'm gonna count it as less than what it is. So what is your intelligence? Your current
18.
intelligence? An 18. Okay, you're gonna still make it. To turn something this size into something that size, you know it's gonna fail. So are you still gonna cast it, or are you gonna change what you're turning it into?
No, I'd like to. I can't turn it into a newt. Can I turn it into steam?
Has to be a
Yeah, it's got to
creature.
be another creature.
Just because you're seeing them already, you might be thinking goblin if you want some sort of smaller thing.
Yes, I'm gonna. Sure, I'll turn it into a goblin.
Okay. Let's see. Unwilling subject. Save versus spell to negative effect. Okay.
It's a good idea.
So here we go. Save versus spell. What does it save as? It saves as. Oh, wow.
I'll just roll and see if you get a high or low number.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Way low.
See?
All right. You turn the blob-like creature into a smaller goblin that is now drowning in the water. That happens.
Covered water.
Yeah. It does not change, however, its hit points or its demeanor, so it still wants to attack you. Okay, so all special abilities are acquired along with behavioral patterns and intelligence. Okay, so it's gonna basically try and bite you with his little goblin-y teeth.
It's distance, though. It's got no range on us.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's true. Nobody's around it, so it's basically crawling out of the pool of water, and its little sharp teeth. It's going after Radnar on all fours like a dog as it rushes towards you, Radnar. That's its action.
Okay.
All right, so Radnar, why don't you roll a d6 for your side?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we have a 5 for the time. Simultaneous, so it's going to bite you in the ankles because it's what it can reach. It still attacks at its level, though, so that's going to miss. All right, what do you do, Radnar? This thing's nipping and snapping at your ankles. It's obviously really pissed off at you.
I'm gonna stab it with my silver dagger +1.
All right, go
What?
ahead.
Goblin?
Die, silly goblin thing. All right.
Okay. Yeah, you damage it slightly. What are the rest of you guys doing? Keep in mind you're drunk, and there's this little bitty cute goblin that's just trying to gnaw Ragnar's legs off at the ankle.
I'll
Get
try.
it!
All right, go ahead and make
That's
your
right.
attack, Darby.
Yeah. I'll cut his neck. Where is it? Okay, it's there. AC -3.
Ouch.
Yeah, you do some damage, and it keeps right on gnawing at Ragnar. What's everybody else doing? Fig Jam.
Well, I am going to pull out my lovely little stabbing stick, and I'm going to walk over and start stabbing the water of goblin producing. So,
Okay. All right,
Water
you
of
start
goblin
stabbing the
producing.
water.
Yeah.
And
You
so,
know what? We could bottle this shit up and throw it at people, and it would make goblins. That would be great.
So it seems to be the rest of it is just water. There's nothing around is moving in there. But what you are doing is you're kind of bringing up some of the muck that's on the bottom of the fountain, and you're noticing that there's the glint of coins, like there's some copper and silver at the bottom of the pool, like people have maybe tossed it in as a wishing well sort of thing.
I wish I hadn't vomited on it now. Never mind. Who cares?
Well, the vomit got rinsed out the other side because the river
that's
kind of
true.
runs through. So what's going to go on here is, as you're all drunk, and this is just funny. You guys are just like beating it, and just like because it has the same hit points the creature did originally, which was over 100. You're just beating and kicking and stabbing and stomping this goblin. Why won't you die?
Wow.
So this goes on for several minutes as you guys are like you've got these massive party members just attacking and striking this little poor creature that's barely 3 feet tall that just refuses to die.
That's awesome.
And eventually Radnar just lays down the final curb stomp on the back of its head before it finally stops moving and turns back into a puddle of goo.
What a goblin.
Honestly, it really couldn't hurt you. It had no weapons, and yeah, it's right. Yeah, so like you're all breathing heavy and hard. You're exhausted from just like this minutes of just beating this thing with your weapons.
When it
clears your head
dies,
a
it
little bit.
reverts.
What's that?
When it dies, it reverts.
Yeah, it does revert when it dies.
Yeah.
So you're all just exhausted. You're hot. You're just sweaty. You're still a little drunk.
Ah.
I flip it off.
That's just funny. All right. So it seems to be quiet as the fountain continues to spew out water.
How rude.
Fig Jam is looking at the coins
Hey.
that are strewn across the bottom of the fountain.
I take off my robe, which means I am now naked,
Yes.
and get in the water.
Woohoo!
Okay. I drink from the river, not the fountain.
The river before the fountain.
The river before
Not
the
after.
fountain.
Not after. All right. Yeah, so like it's mostly coppers with some silver in here. But if you actually just bathe and just pull what you can up.
I mean, there's also the thing.
Well, the strong
the-
box is
the
on the
chest.
outside. It's not on the inside. It's on the outside of the fountain.
Oh, okay. I thought it was near the gargoyles at the beginning. No, fine. All right. Well, I spent some time looking around for it.
Yeah.
I go, what?
Yep.
What is that?
Okay, yeah. It is. It's got a padlock on it.
We've got to see, but
Yeah. If you want to try and pick it. Actually, you're not the thief. Yes. All right.
Yeah,
Well, I
sure.
tell you
I'm a
what.
thief.
We're at time anyway, so we'll let a C try and pick it next episode. We'll end there tonight with our first foray into the Castle Amber. Jameis, you got anything you want to plug there?
just pumping the Discord at the moment.
Ah,
Yeah, otherwise I have the blog, that the place that I'm typing in.
Yeah.
Wink.
There you go.
Otherwise, no, not much, because this is the only game I do.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jeff, you got anything going on?
Yeah, I'm playing in Bill's game over Frog God Games organized play. It's very fun. There's Pathfinder games, 5e games, Swords and Wizardry games. So it's open to everybody.
Yep.
Yep, sounds good. Bill, what you got going on with the frogs?
Well, I'm running a 5e version of Tunnels of Terror on Sunday nights. On Wednesday nights, I'm running Lost City of Baracus, Swords and Wizardry. And I'm hoping to run a Call of Cthulhu adventure soon.
Yes.
Ooh.
Sounds good. Richard.
If you're thinking of making a decision and nobody comes back from the future to stop you, how bad a decision could it possibly be?
Really?
And if you're a fan of bad decisions, why not make a bad decision and come watch me play video games here on Twitch over at LMTDTMFFR? Or, say it with me now, limited
Limited
time
time
offer. No
No
vowels.
Right.
Indeed.
And if you've stumbled upon this mad mess of an RPG, you know where to find us, twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder, where we stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Check out the podcast on Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. And we will see you guys next week. Thank you very much for watching. And in the VODs, watch it there as well. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.